I want to discuss some options that you have with the viewport, and to make this easier to understand, I'm going to add a couple objects. Let me add a cylinder, put it there. Let me grab another cylinder, and I'll move it this away. And what the heck, let's put another one in there. Now let's put a sphere in. Let me put a sphere in here. Okay. So here's my four objects. Now I can, this is in the perspective view is what it's called. And as I showed in a previous video, we can move our camera on a perspective view and all kind of stuff. A lot of times you're going to want to get a top view, front view, or side view. The way to get to that is to, in the viewport, in the upper right is this little square icon. Click that and I go into four different views: top, front, and right. And now the right now there's a silver border on the perspective view here, so I can cursor over it and I can like zoom in and out with my wheel mouse, or I can you know, rotate the camera, etc., etc. You know, same thing. Now if I cursor over any of these other views, for example the top view, and click on it, now there's that, now this view is active and it's outlined by a silver border, and I can use the wheel mouse to mouse in and out. Okay, now you don't want to tumble or rotate the camera in this, it'll be confusing, and I'll touch on that a little bit later. But I can you know, pan the camera. I'm holding down the one key, click, hold, and drag. And so that's, so that you can do that in any of them. Now suppose I want to work on the solely in the top view and I want to get close-up look. The all I got to do is click on the this icon in the upper right of this panel, and it fills the whole viewport. And again, I can like zoom in, I can zoom out, I can pan my camera and all kind of stuff. If I want to go back to the perspective view, for the fore view actually, I'm going to click on that icon again, and here I am in my friendly fore views. I'm tired of that, I've done all that stuff. I'll click and activate the perspective view, hit this icon here in the upper right of this panel, and here I am back, and life is good. I want to show you something that's kind of a common problem, I guess. Or no, let me do this first. The shortcut to getting that, you can click on that icon, or you can just click the middle mouse button. And when you click the middle mouse button, it goes to the four views. And if I hover over I'm going to hover over the top view again and click the middle mouse button, and it fills the screen. And to go back to the four views, click the middle mouse button, and then I can hover over the perspective view, click middle mouse button, and there I am back at home. Now in a lot of Adobe products, Control Z or Command Z is an undo command, and it's the same thing with c4d, and yes, this does relate to the view, believe me. So like, let's say the sphere, I delete it, whoops, I made a mistake, let me Command Z, there, that's done. Okay, that should be old news to you folks, the Command Z, Control Z thingy. The Cinema 4D allows you to go back to a previous view with Command Shift Z or Control Shift Z, and let me show you how that would be handy. Let me go into the front view here and activate it. So I'm in the front view, and let me highlight some stuff so you can see it better. Okay, so I got some stuff highlighted, and I'm going in and out with my mouse. Okay, that's cool. And like now I can pan. All right, that's nothing tragic there. Now if I tumble, like let's say I'm going to hold down the 3 key, click, hold, and drag, and I'm going to tumble this. And it's like, whoops, I screwed up. Okay, now I completely messed up my view. Command Shift Z goes back, undoes the view. Let me go back to my perspective view and show you some other stuff here with the view. What was I going to show you here? Oh, yeah, okay, so again, this is from the first video, like the holding down Option, click and drag, you can rotate the camera. So as you're working, like maybe you'll zoom way out and you'll, turn this into some wacky way to edit something, and maybe you'll get completely lost and you don't know where the heck you are and you're ready to cry. Don't despair. A couple things you can do. First of all, you can select an object, and if you hit the letter O on the keyboard, it'll frame that object. So like a shortcut is select, if you get lost, select the object in the object manager. Let me do this again. If I hit the letter O, it frames the object. Now you will get to a point where, like, this view is all messed up. How do I get back to the default view? It's really simple. In the Viewport menu, click View, Frame Default, and now life is good. We're back to the default view. Okay. If you're zooming in and you're working on some detail here and you want to get back to see the entire scene, the entire project, you can click on View, Frame All, and that'll frame all. And once again, it's really, really handy. Like, if you will zoom in and you'll be at a loss, you won't know where the heck you are. Again, if you just click on an object, select an object that you are familiar with, hit the letter O, and then that frames the object. Or simply go to View, Frame All, and remember to go to View, Frame Default if you get some really whacked out upside down view or something, which will happen because you're gonna be like rotating the camera lots and lots and zooming in and zooming out, so it's easy to get lost. So just remember to View, Frame Default to get back to the home base, so to speak.